It looks a little rugged this morning.
Did you?
That's right.
Good morning.
Good morning.
And welcome to the weekly meeting for the Rotary Club of Harleysville. We'll start in a moment as soon as we're done giving our orders. We want to welcome our guest this morning, Mr. Hebner. So who was responsible for inviting you to wake up this early this morning?
I don't remember who won. Gave me a card on Saturday at the community center.
Oh, excellent. Okay. You see, folks, just like we've always talked about, it just starts with a simple invitation. So thank you for joining us this morning. And I hope you learn a lot about Rotary today and some of the great things that we do in our community.
Well, only one slice of
Just about, now you're right up front there.
Here's your mail.
friends.
Yeah, somebody told me.
Okay, let's start with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And now the four-way test of all the things we say and do. Is it true? Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build goodwill and better friendships? Will it be beneficial to all concerned? And our reflection this morning will be from Anna Helton.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
We beseech thee, our Heavenly Father, to bestow thy grace upon this meeting as we enjoy our fellowship one with another. May we grow in stature so that we may be able to give more to our friends in Rotary and in turn give strength to the ideals of Rotary in the service to mankind. Amen.
Thank you, Anna. Please be seated. Okay, we had our last big event for the fall this past weekend. And Dean, would you like to give us an update of how things went on Saturday?
I'd like to have the last part of the meeting.
Okay.
Just want to say it was a flop. I don't think we'll do it.
Well, as I'm sure Dean will say later this morning, I think Saturday's event went great. We had beautiful weather. I said to a couple people, while we were setting up in the morning, and it could have been a sign for the day, a bald eagle flew over the community center. Pretty amazing. So it was a great day. So if you think about some of the great things that we've done in the fall, we had a very successful golf outing. We had a very successful first annual croquet tournament. And I in my opinion, Dean will, I think, talk about this in more detail, a very successful second annual Fun Fest after the parade. I think one of the things we talked about, I think next year, is it next year, the 40-year, next year is the 40-year anniversary of the parade. So we should make sure we have a big bang about that next year. Anything else that anyone wants to add about some of the recent large events we've had? Okay. Coming up tonight, there's an Area 6 social at Free Will Brewing. So all the clubs in Area 6 have been invited. It's a social event. You can interact with members from other clubs. And that is from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Free Will is in like the Percy celebration. October 29th is this Saturday is Dean Day. So bring Dean sent out a list of tools. I think I'll make sure that we include that in the newsletter that goes out after the meeting. Just some basic things. I think we're going to have to dig up some bulbs, right? And so forth.
Yeah. We need like 6 or 7 people. We don't need 20 people out there. Bring shovels, bring, there could be a lot of digging. And bring loppers to cut off something. I see this company up here that wants to do 4, 5. Yeah, we'll start at 10. It's gonna, hopefully it'll be dried off a little bit. Yeah. And then we'll have some lunch there.
You said cold water, Dean. I think if the water's room temperature, that'd be fine. It's going to be cold on Saturday. So. Yeah. November 12th, there's a foundation seminar. If anyone's interested in learning more about the foundation, that's going to take place at Bucks County Community College. So it'll be a little bit of a commute, and that is from 8 a.m. to noon. On November 19th, we are going to have our fall Adopt a Highway. So we're going to meet in the parking lot behind the Harleysville Bank. Len has a sign-up sheet for that he will distribute around the room. And then if you're familiar with what we've done in the past, I think we break up into small groups in sections of the road between Route 63 and go all the way to Allentown. And probably be done easily before lunch. Any questions? Yes.
Don't forget the 12th. You're inviting anybody that's a veteran.
Yes. That same day, the annual Rotary Veterans Luncheon will be taking place at Souderton Area High School. A couple of years ago, I was invited to attend that event, and I will tell you that listening to the veterans, speak about their experiences, interact with the students while you're having breakfast was really amazing, and it was great to see. And it was in the library, and they set up tables in there, and it was packed. There was a lot of people, so it is a pretty big event. So if you're able to attend that, We'll make sure, I have got an email about it. I'll make sure I forward it to Valerie, and she can include information about that to the club.
John, what was the day on the week that we were there?
The 19th, Saturday, the 19th. The time, we're meeting at 8:30. 8:30 at Harleysville Bank in the parking lot around the back.
Just got an email about the Central Bucks Rotary is having a fundraiser November 4th at Poco's. I think it's, I don't know, it's Doylestown or.
That is Doylestown.
It's a comedy club and it's going to be on the, similar to Whose Line Is It Anyway, or on the TV show, all impromptu. So it should be funny. It's like $25, but it goes to feed the children, I think it is. Yeah, Feed My Starving Children.
Okay.
For Central Bucks, so.
Well, make sure, please forward that to Valerie. She can include that in our weekly newsletter. And if you've never been to, I can't remember the last time I was in Poco's, but it has a pretty long-standing reputation in Doylestown as a great, comedy cabaret and restaurant. Anything else that anyone wants to include for events that are coming up in the next few months or next few weeks or month? Yes. Oh, the 5K. Sorry.
5K, yes.
Yeah.
So Garden of Health is doing a 5K November 5th. We need volunteers from 7:45 to 11. If you want to participate, it's a walk run. You can either register online or you can register the day of the event starting at 8 o'clock. I have a sign up thing that I'll send around for anybody who cannot volunteer.
Carol, I'm sorry, what was the start time for the volunteers?
7:45 to 11.
Oh, I said 5.
Let's just say last year we got there and the frost hadn't set yet, so we were outside as the frost was setting. It was quite cold. But by the time the race started, it was warm.
Okay, thank you. Anyone else? Okay, so we're gonna flip our program a little bit. We're gonna do Rotary trivia before our speaker. By the advice of senior members.
My ex. Live from Franconia Cafe, it's Rotary Trivia. Join us as one lucky contestant will play to win the fabulous grand prize by showing us what they know about Rotary. I'm your announcer, Larry Moss, here with your host, Bill Jenkins.
Grand prize.
I'll ask our expectations to our spokesperson, Carol Bauer. Today's contestant will be playing for that seasonal favorite, Sweetzel's Spiced Wafers. They're a Philadelphia original since 1910, made with blackstrap molasses, warm spices, cinnamon, and clove. So tasty, it's a traditional tradition older than pumpkin spice itself. But wait, there's more. We're going to supersize today's prize with the addition of pumpkin party plates. Perfect for spice wafers, candy, or anything that adds to the season. Retail value of today's grand prize, not so much. If they're expensive, they'd be fortune cookies.
Whoa, okay. All right, well, that is the perfect prize. To celebrate empty hot dog. You know, Halloween. Anyway, how about introducing, we're doing next, I don't have my script.
Today's contestant.
Today's contestant, yeah, how about today's contestant?
Okay, I'll look into that. Today's contestant was selected at random from our studio audience just moments ago. When it comes to giving the correct answer, this Rotarian won't wafer. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm round of applause to Connie Mauer.
Come on, wow, welcome. Hey, Carl, here. Oh, there's an F on the board. Let's see what you don't know about Rotary. Where did Rotary its efforts to eradicate polio begin? Nigeria, Philippines, Honduras. Your hearts. I'm not sure. Where do you think? Now, we do have some lifelines. Yeah, ask the audience. 50-50. Or ask your friend.
I will ask the audience.
Ask the audience.
Don't fail me now.
Yeah, that's right. There are spice wafers in the state. Okay, audience, how many think it's Nigeria? Okay. 3 out of like 30. How about the Philippines? Oh, many. I won't even count. Many. How about Honduras? Yeah, let's not go there. How about Harleysville? Nobody thinks that. Nobody believes that. The audience seems to think it's Philippines, my favorite. But come on. How did that fill it in? Anyway. Did you miss me?
Yeah.
All right, the audience thinks it's Philippines. What do you think?
Well, as a new Rotarian, I'll have to rely on the audience. And I'm going to go with Philippines.
Okay. Oh, that's the choice. All right. Good choice. Dan, if you remove the incorrect answers. Well, we're getting there quickly. Okay. So Honduras, the Philippines, and it is. Yeah. But wait, there's more. And this goes back, actually, well, October 24th, which is Monday, World Polio Day. And so we're a couple of days back, but on the 29th of September, 79, an event Rotarians and delegates from the Philippines, Ministry of Health, volunteered. They administered polio vaccines to the children in the Philippines. So then at that time, President James Bomar and Enrique, I guess, Garcia, the Prime Minister, they signed an agreement that they were going to do a multi-year process to immunize about 6 million children at a cost of about $760,000. But anyway, it was so successful that it led Rotary to make the polio eradication a top priority. They launched Polio Plus in 1985 and was a founding member of the Global Polio Eradication Initiative in 1988. And over through decades, literally, of commitment, Rotary and our partners, we partner with groups as well, we have immunized more than 2.5 billion children against polio. And it's still ongoing. We're getting there, and we work very closely with the Gates Foundation. It is, you can, and many of you may have gotten an email, but I believe if you donate, you can designate a donation for every foundation. There's the annual gift, and polio is specifically one of the areas that you can make your donation. It counts for the Paul Harris Fellowship, that nature. But do that, follow up with that. But anyway, Connie, you are a winner. As you know it all.
I couldn't have did it without you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, everybody gets a cookie.
Well, congratulations. And, when we had our speaker, I think it was last week or the week before, we talked a little bit more about the situation going on with polio here in the U.S. even. It's something that a few years ago, or maybe even as much as a year ago, we were talking about how we had pretty much thought we had eradicated it. A few cases here and there overseas, but then things started to come up in the news recently this year. So it's something that we really have to be mindful about and keep our eyes on. Next up is our guest speaker, and we're going to have a presentation this morning. So if you want to come on up and welcome.
Thank you.
So take a moment to introduce yourself and let everyone.
So, hi, good morning. So my name is Henry Thompson. I'm here with my wife Melanie, and I work at Faith Christian Academy. We were in here maybe a couple months ago. Jim invited us down. He takes good care of all of our carpets and all of our facilities. And Marcia, I had seen an email asking for hot dog rolls, so we said, hey, our school would love to help. So we donated some hot dog rolls and buns. But we want to make sure that we're a resource for you. Our school, we're very community driven. I think we're like-minded like that. We're very involved with our community center, doing food drives. We help raise money for an orphanage in Uganda. We're trying to work on a project in Haiti. But we do a lot in our community. We help the Sellersville Fire Department raise money for their high water truck. And we try to follow the beliefs that you follow as well. So we were glad. This just came out of a hot dog donation, and all of a sudden I'm up here speaking. So, and the reason is we're right in the middle of tax credit time. And a few years ago, our school was doing about $90,000 a year in the education improvement tax credit, and now we're the #1 school in the state in the program. And we'll do close to 2.2 million this year, with all of that going to support families in financial need. I mean, our goal as a ministry is to provide a quality Christian education to every student, every family, regardless of their income. And we're excited about that. So we've made huge strides. Our verse for our ministry last year was to whom much is given, much is required. And not only has our school been doing very well in the program, now we're consulting with probably 24 Christian schools in the Commonwealth. Trying to save a couple different private schools in Philadelphia right now that just don't have the infrastructure that is needed to be able to educate their families and their community business owners on the availability. There's one of our alumni delivering food. Very good. So I was just going to pass. We have a little card. If you have interest in allocating your Pennsylvania income tax, it's not your real estate tax, it's your 3% of your income tax. This could be for business owners, and this also could be now for individuals. We have over 700 participants, which is double any other school in the state of Pennsylvania. We're neck and neck with Germantown Academy for the top spot in the state. And we do it with a lot of volunteers. So we're going to show a quick video from Representative Stacks.
Hello, I'm State Representative Craig Statz, representing the 145th Legislative District in Bucks County. I believe it's important every student gets the best possible education. This is why I continue to support the Educational Improvement Tax Credit Program. The program allows Pennsylvanians and businesses to divert their income tax to support our students. In return, they receive a tax credit for that year. Essentially, taxpayers are creating learning opportunities and changing students' lives by paying taxes to the students. With that being said, I'm pleased to announce Faith Christian Academy is now the highest participating school in this program, with close to $2 million in funding. Well done. With the program, students and faculty are offered opportunities they may not have had before. Over the past 2 years, enrollment has increased by 50% and jobs continue to be created within the academy. The businesses and parents of our community should be proud of their decision to invest into our community and, most importantly, the great students at Faith Christian Academy. Thank you and God bless.
That was a big accomplishment, and I challenge, if you want to consider investing into your community through this program, we really feel that, we have a website called My Taxes, My Choice, where you can actually go and get some information. We'll play a 90-second video, but if you have an interest in investing your tax dollars into your community, this doesn't come from the pothole fund. This is actually tax credits set aside in the budget. And we want to keep them in our community. Bucks County was, and Montgomery County were 2 of the lowest counties in the state as far as getting allocation of tax credits. So we're trying to change that, keep them here locally, and invest into our future leaders of our community. So we'll just show a 90-second video, and then I'll close up.
Yeah. Next.
Did you know you can receive a 90% credit on your Pennsylvania taxes? By participating in the I Pay My Pennsylvania State Taxes to Faith Christian Academy, you will receive Pennsylvania tax credits equal to 90% of the donation amount. Here is a sample tax calculation. Let's say, based on your Pennsylvania state tax liability, you generously decide to donate $10,000 to Faith Christian Academy through the Educational Improvement Tax Credit, which is approximately the average annual cost of tuition and fees at Faith Christian Academy for one student. Once your tax credit deduction is realized, your out-of-pocket cost to fund a full year's tuition for one child could be as low as $650. Both individuals and corporations who are subject to Pennsylvania taxes are eligible to participate. 89% of our participants are community members that are W-2 employees. Faith Christian Academy receives 100% of the money. FCA then notifies families in need, and the money is distributed toward needs-based scholarships. Interested in learning more or investing your Pennsylvania tax dollars into children in your community? Visit mytaxesmychoice.com, and our team will walk you through the process from start to finish. It's as easy as 1, 2, 3 to have your tax dollars directed to Faith Christian Academy and children in need. Faith Christian Academy, intentionally preparing the next generation one child at a time. Pennsylvania tax credits are funded by the Pennsylvania Department of Community and Economic Development.
So if you're interested, my contact information is floating around. And if you say, hey, I want to do this program, but Faith Christian, some of these local schools are doing pretty good. I want a school that's actually doing really bad and really wants to help. Let us know. We just did, we worked with Clemens Food Group and got a $100,000 grant for an inner city school that one of their employees was involved with. We did a whole presentation for them. And the biggest thing is we provided the tax credits and was able to allocate them to another Christian school. So with being the #1 school in the state, the scholarship organizations come to us and say, like recently they came to us and said, we have a $500,000 block of tax credits. Can your community take them? We'll give you 30 days to get rid of them. After that, we'll open it up to the rest of the state. So we've done about, out of that block in the last 30 days, we've done about 300,000 of it, with 100,000 of that going into an inner city Christian school in Philadelphia. And we still have about 175,000 left. So it's not that you have to apply, wait and see if you can get it. We actually have allocation that we can give you or give someone that you know that wants to invest their taxes into the future of this community. So, but rely on us if you need anything. So we have 20 cornhole sets. We have student council that's willing to do things. Our parents and students like to give back, and our faculty and staff. Let us know what your needs are. We'll try to continue to help you. 170 hot dog rolls and hot dogs didn't put any pressure on our ministry to help you. So, ask for more. We're happy to help. This is the type of stuff that we really want to do. God's been so good to our ministry. We more or less got handed two campuses in Quakertown, and that the school district was closing down, and now we have 2 campuses within a mile of each other. We have a 3rd campus on Ridge Road in Sellersville, and we're right on Allentown Road, our school, high school, and a lot of children from this community come to our school. So, but I'll be here if any questions. My contact info is on the card going around. But thank you for all you do.
Thank you for being here. I'm excited about Faith Christian Academy.
Yeah.
My daughter Talia recently joined Faith Christian Academy as a school nurse.
No way.
And then her grandson started school there in September. So
that's great.
This is timely because I wanted to do this. I just didn't get around to it when it first started.
So when people say, like, we don't have a development office, we don't have a fundraising office, we're still a pretty small ministry, and people say, how can you be #1 in the state? And I say 2 reasons. 1, we work harder than any other school. 2, we take the tax credits and we apply it to our students' tuition. Most schools will say, pay your tuition and then pay your tax credits on top. and the school keeps the money. If you qualify financially, your tuition should be zero at Faith Christian Academy. And so if you do that, your daughter qualifies, that comes right off her tuition. So we're happy to help families like that. And we do all the paperwork for all 700 of our participants. You don't have to worry about the application. We fill it all out, we send it to you electronically to sign. And we make sure you know all the deadlines. So make it as easy as possible for everyone in our community to invest their taxes. So any other questions or comments?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. We have some extra time. So Dean would like to come up and talk about the fantastic event that we had this past Saturday.
Just to give you a couple highlights, there's a banner hanging in the back. This year we had 5 platinum sponsors. Out of those, Harleysville Associates, Dr. Forrest and his son are interested in joining. Potatoes in my throat. And there's a couple of new people in there, Bernardo Wealth Management, Wealth Planning. They're over in Lenny Ruth's uncle's farm, Homestead. And there's a couple other people that are interested in joining the Rotary. We had a great day. The weather was fantastic. We gave away 600 hot dogs. We had 9 cases of water, 140 drinks, and some other drinks from the JCs. As far as selling tickets, Rotary did 519 tickets, raffle tickets. JCs did 26, Interact did 107. We're going to be somewhere near $7,000 worth of net profit. I'm going to meet with the board and decide we want to give a donation to the fire company, to the Interact Club. We couldn't have done that without the Interact Club. They had 20-some people there. They did a great job. And the community center, of course, we're there to support them. The JCs decided to give everybody free hot dogs. I mean, it was up to them. I said, in the past, they sold to people that didn't have a ticket. And they said, well, it's more of a hassle trying to sell. We'll take out a donation jar, and a lot of times they make out better by the donation jar. We did the pizzas for fun. We made about $84 on that, but that's all right. It was a good community event. It was a cheap day out for families. We learned something on the candy drop. We did a little better this year, not much better. Kids, we couldn't keep the kids out. So we're gonna have cattle prods next year, or some more big fire police people. We're gonna cut the time down. We're gonna quit at 1 o'clock. It was pretty well done by 1 o'clock. Our first year we had 3 o'clock. This year we had 2 o'clock. So we're gonna cut it back to 1. People that were there, just if you have any comments, just throw them out. Good things, bad things.
One of the interesting conversations that Frank and I had was, I think, the youngest member of the board of supervisors. We talked a little bit about the clock, but more importantly, he was a magician, and he had a little cart that he wheeled around the parking lot, and he was fantastic. He was really good at interacting with the families, performing his tricks. He was really good with the crowd. He was great. And the music was great. Tyler was awesome. Tyler is the guy he plays with. Those guys are great. They kept everyone entertained. He plays great music. They were really good. I mean, it was really an awesome event.
Anybody else?
John, he was, the magician was who?
Kevin Shelley.
He's a supervisor on the board.
I know that, he was really good.
He's so good.
He contacted me at one point and said, you know, I could do the strolling magician thing. I said, fine. You know,
He's been doing that since he was a kid.
he's a professional. He's performed in Las
Yeah.
Vegas.
Yeah. He's,
Maybe we need some other thing, maybe some face painting, balloon person, maybe. I think the games went well. Randy, you gonna get us a helicopter one of these years?
Doing my best, man. But it was a busy weekend, so they don't have, there's so many to go around.
If anybody is looking, we could get like a tractor and a wagon, we should have like a rotary float.
Yeah, we've done that in the past, but it was me doing it, and I had too much on my plate. We're gonna expand the committee. Fortunately, I was retired and on steroids. I've been up 3 o'clock in the morning most days, so I had plenty of time on my hands. That's all I have. I will have exact numbers by the next, maybe by the next meeting. Frank?
Not to put a little bit on it, but last year our Rotary Club came up with, we ended up ultimately with about $3,800, which was for the 50/50. This year we were a little below that, and if we had about 9, we still have 50 members, or somewhere close to 50 members, and we had about I think 19 members sold tickets and good stuff like that. I think we can get a little better participation, even if you can't sell all of them, you know, you can sell some of them, just to keep it up there. It'd be nice if you could keep that around the $4,000, so the pot is like $2,000 for the thing. I just think we could have done a little better there, but it was a great day. I mean, the people came by the little thing there, they were just saying, you know, they were real happy, they thanked us for what we did. It was really nice.
I counted the people that were there for Rotary. We have 49 members on the roster. 27 Rotarians were there at some point of the day. Now, some of them came after it was over because I said the cleanup was at 2. Well, we were done by 1:30. Earl pulled in at 2 o'clock. But fine.
That was a nice turnout.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, everyone. I couldn't have done it without the rest of the club and the interactive group.
Thank you.
You know, all I'll add to that is that, you know, the Interact Club did turn out good numbers, and they were, I think they did a great job. I think the biggest challenge we had was the one new bounce with the slide that where the kids had to climb to the top and go back down, and monitoring the number of kids in the bouncing houses. I think they did a great job with that. The other thing that I'll say is that even though our sales might have been not as high as last year with the raffle tickets, I did, you know, I announced the first prize winner at the amount. I did hear some oohs and ahs from the parking lot. So that was, people are impressed when they hear that number when that gets announced. So I think that's going to hopefully keep people coming back. And as you know, we grow this event over the years, I think you know, it's going to hopefully it'll be become part of our annual tradition of that event. So thank you, Dean. Thanks for everyone who came out that day. And fortunately, we had perfect weather, so everything went off great. Anything else that anyone else wants to add about that event? What happened on Saturday? Okay. Next, I guess we can go on to brags and sacks. Yes, Randy.
I'm Greg. I'm a 1979 graduate of Faith Christian Academy. Growing pains, it's changed an awful lot. I've been up to the new building, you know, last year. It was for a friend of mine's funeral, but I saw the new building up there, and it's, I had to see how the school has grown over the years.
You know Wally really well.
Yes.
So while he was in my office this week, he just got back from Haiti, the most remote part of Haiti. And we're gonna try to help him create wells. We're putting together with our civil engineer, the ability to drill wells in such a remote part of Haiti, but I'm talking about.
And I think Henry, you and your brothers and sisters lived on Main Street there. Okay, for a year or two younger than me, I believe. And I remember your mom used to put the sign out front with a chalk message on every day.
It would get stolen every Halloween.
Yeah.
Anyone else? Yes.
I have two.